Imagine an island where the trees bleed red, their twisted branches reaching toward the sky like ancient sentinels. Dragon's blood trees, unique to this land, drip crimson sap that smells sweet and earthy, staining the stones beneath. Camels wander across sandy moonscapes, their hooves leaving patterns in dunes that seem untouched by time. Villages perch on cliffs and plains, unchanged for centuries, where life flows with the rhythm of the sun and wind. Here, the ocean hides caves older than any civilization, where water echoes like whispers from another world. The waves lap against jagged shores, and hidden coves reveal glowing corals beneath transparent blue waters. Nights are painted with stars so close you feel you could reach out and touch them, and festivals under the desert sky honor celestial movements with fire, song, and ritual. Socotra feels like another planet, isolated, raw, and full of secrets that seem impossible to believe. Every step carries you deeper into a landscape both alien and profoundly alive, where nature writes its own history, and humans are humble witnesses. Join us as we explore the most bizarre and amazing facts about Socotra in today's travel documentary. Socotra lies like a secret jewel in the Arabian Sea, 350 kilometers from the coast of Yemen. Its landscape is a dream of jagged mountains, sandy plains, and coral-fringed beaches that stretch into a turquoise horizon. Here, cliffs tumble dramatically into the sea, and hidden valleys cradle villages untouched by the rush of modern life. The island feels suspended between earth and sky, where wind and sunlight paint colors impossible to name. Around 60,000 people call Socotra home. They speak Socotri, an ancient language with words shaped by the sea and sand, while Arabic bridges the island to the mainland. Life here flows slowly, measured by tides, seasons, and the passage of time itself. Summers are hot and dry, the sun blazing across golden dunes, while winters bring a soft, gentle warmth that fills every village with quiet activity. What makes Socotra extraordinary is its isolation. Endemic plants bloom nowhere else on Earth, and animals roam freely, undisturbed. Traditions are preserved like precious relics, oral histories told beside flickering fires, rituals practiced in the same way for generations. Here, the wind carries stories of ancestors, the sea hums lullabies, and the land whispers secrets of an untouched world. Time seems to flow differently here. The sand, the sea, the air itself all tell stories older than history, inviting every visitor to pause, listen, and wonder. Imagine walking through a forest of twisted, umbrella-shaped trees whose branches reach out like alien arms. These are Socotra's dragon's blood trees, ancient and otherworldly. Their deep crimson sap, thick and fragrant, drips slowly to the earth, staining the rocks and filling the air with a sweet, earthy aroma. Local legend says the trees hold the blood of dragons from long ago, a story whispered beside fires for generations. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting shadows that dance across rugged stone. Hikers tread carefully over gnarled roots as the wind hums through the branches, carrying the scent of resin and salt from the nearby sea. Botanists marvel at the resilience of these trees, their unusual umbrella shapes conserving moisture in a harsh, semi-arid climate. Travelers can't help but feel they've stepped onto another planet, a land untouched by time, where each tree is a monument to endurance and mystery. Standing beneath one, you might close your eyes, inhale the resin-sweet air, and wonder how life on Earth could create something so alien and beautiful. High in Socotra's mountains, mist drifts like silk across winding trails, and camels appear as ghostly shapes through the haze. These desert giants, strong and sure-footed, carry families and supplies along paths carved over centuries. Villagers navigate alongside them, guiding their loads with whispered calls and gentle tugs on rein ropes. The air smells of dew, wet earth, and camel hair, blending with faint traces of island herbs crushed underfoot. Every step is deliberate. One false move could send you sliding on slippery stone. The mountains are alive with birdsong and the distant crash of waves below, and the morning sun slowly pierces the mist, turning clouds golden. Watching camels ascend these steep trails is a lesson in patience and harmony with nature, a dance between humans, animals, and the rugged land. For locals, camels are more than transport. They are family, companions, and symbols of endurance. Travelers who follow these trails discover a rhythm of life measured not by clocks but by the rise of the sun, the flow of mist, and the gentle sway of a camel's gait through clouds. When night falls, Socotra's villages transform. Torches flicker against the walls of stone homes, and drums echo across the desert sands. These festivals honor the stars, guiding ancient traditions with fire, rhythm, and song. Families gather on dunes, their faces painted with anticipation, as elders recite stories of the cosmos in Socotri. Children chase shadows in the firelight, their laughter mingling with the soft, hypnotic beat of drums. Smoke curls upward, carrying scents of incense, roasted meat, and spiced tea. In these moments, the sky feels impossibly close, constellations glow above like jewels against the black canvas of night. The community moves together in harmony, clapping, stomping, and dancing in time with ancestral patterns, celebrating life, harvest, and the unseen forces that shape their world. Visitors are invited to join, to spin, to laugh, and to feel the pulse of a culture deeply connected to both land and sky. These desert festivals are more than entertainment. They are rituals, lifelines, and portals to the magic woven into Socotra's very soul. Courtship on Socotra is as deliberate as the island itself, guided by centuries of tradition. Marriage is rarely impulsive, families consult, elders weigh decisions, and respect for lineage and honor shapes every union. A young couple may exchange shy glances across the village square, their feelings quietly acknowledged before discussions begin at home. Meetings involve tea, dates, and conversation that stretches for hours, steeped in storytelling, laughter, and careful observation. Parents assess character, family history, and compatibility with a wisdom passed down through generations. When approval is granted, celebrations erupt with music, weaving, and ceremonial feasts. Traditional veils, colorful fabrics, and fragrant garlands mark the couple's passage into married life. Courtship here is a blend of patience, ritual, and respect, where love is nurtured within the embrace of community and tradition. For travelers, witnessing such ceremonies reveals an island society where emotion, social harmony, and ancestral guidance coexist seamlessly, and where marriage is not just a bond between two, but a celebration of lineage, connection, and continuity. In Socotra's villages, a cup of spiced coffee is a sacred ritual. The aroma of roasted beans mingled with cardamom drifts through sunlit courtyards. Guests are welcomed with careful hospitality, and conversation flows slowly, savoring each word like the rich liquid poured into small, delicate cups. Locals often gather under shaded verandas, exchanging stories of the sea, the mountains, and the harvest. Each pour is deliberate, ceremonial even, accompanied by laughter, teasing, and shared memories. The taste is earthy and bittersweet, with a hint of spice that lingers on the tongue, warming both body and spirit. Coffee is not merely a drink, it is a social bond, a bridge between generations, a marker of respect and friendship. Travelers joining these gatherings quickly realize the pace of life is intentional, savoring the moment, honoring community, and finding connection in simple gestures. Every sip tells a story, and every shared cup is an invitation to participate in a tradition older than the island itself. Beneath Socotra's mountains, caves hide stories older than memory. Stalactites drip slowly, echoing the rhythm of centuries, while walls bear faint markings from hands long gone. The air is cool and damp, carrying the smell of stone and salt, a quiet contrast to the sun-baked world outside. Explorers tread softly, mindful of fragile formations, as faint traces of prehistoric paintings emerge in the dim light. Local legends speak of spirits guarding these caverns, whispering warnings to those who enter with disrespect. Archaeologists find fragments of pottery, shells, and carvings that hint at ancient rituals, trade, and survival strategies. The caves are more than geological formations, they are living archives of human resilience and creativity. Entering one, you feel time collapse, a connection between past and present, nature and culture, reality and myth. For visitors, the experience is humbling, as if the island itself pauses to reveal secrets only to those willing to tread carefully and listen. Socotra's isolation gives life a rhythm unknown to the mainland. Days are quiet, measured by sunlight, the call of birds, and the whisper of wind through dragon trees. Streets are empty but alive with subtle movement, women carrying water, men herding goats, children skipping stones into shallow pools. There is a gentle hush over villages, broken only by laughter, the braying of camels, or waves crashing on distant cliffs. Travelers often remark on the stillness, a silence that feels alive, almost conscious. It encourages reflection, observation, and a deep connection to surroundings. Phones and technology take a backseat here, replaced by conversation, music, and the shared labor of daily life. The island's quiet is not absence but presence, the presence of nature, tradition, and humanity in its purest form. Experiencing this silence, you begin to notice details otherwise overlooked: the scent of wildflowers, the texture of sand beneath bare feet, the pattern of clouds tracing ancient paths across the sky. Along Socotra's coasts, the deep waters occasionally reveal enormous whale sharks, gliding with serene majesty. Fishermen and locals approach them with awe and respect, understanding these gentle giants as part of the island's sacred marine life. The water is a brilliant blue, sunlight scattering through waves, illuminating the massive silhouettes as they move with slow grace. Stories passed down tell of guardians protecting the sharks, ensuring fishermen and sea creatures coexist in harmony. Watching from a small boat, you hear only the whisper of waves and the soft flapping of wings from nearby seabirds. The shark's presence inspires festivals, songs, and offerings, integrating these creatures into daily life and ritual. Visitors are struck by the reverence with which the island treats its wildlife, and understanding that humans are part of a greater ecosystem. Floating alongside these creatures, you feel both awe and humility, reminded that some of Earth's most beautiful mysteries remain untouched and sacred. Winding through villages, you may find small huts where smoke curls from burning herbs and roots. Socotra herbalists, women and men alike, mix leaves, resins, and flowers into remedies for ailments and rituals. The air is fragrant with dragon's blood resin, frankincense, and crushed herbs, each scent carrying centuries of knowledge. They grind, boil, and steep, offering teas and ointments that taste bitter, sweet, and sometimes smoky, promising relief and protection. Patients arrive with ailments of body and spirit, and treatments often include storytelling alongside application. The herbalist's wisdom is not written in books but etched into memory and practice, blending science, magic, and observation. Travelers learn to appreciate the delicate balance between plant and human, medicine and ritual. Each preparation feels like a ceremony, each cup a bridge between generations. Walking away, the scent of herbs lingers on your clothes, a reminder of the island's living library of nature and tradition. On Socotra, learning begins outside classrooms and textbooks. Children follow elders into valleys, mountains, and shores, observing birds, plants, and the patterns of the sea. Lessons are tactile and sensory: which leaves can heal, which rocks hold water, how winds predict weather. Laughter echoes across cliffs as youngsters attempt to herd goats, fish along rocky shores, or mimic elders' skilled movements. Oral stories teach history, morality, and survival, blending imagination with practical knowledge. Education is not scheduled but lived, a continuous interaction with the environment. The sky, sand, and sea become teachers, instilling respect, curiosity, and resilience. Visitors are struck by the depth of understanding children develop without books, absorbing lessons that connect them intimately to their surroundings. By engaging all senses, Socotra's youth inherit not only survival skills but a profound love for their land, a bond that shapes identity, values, and a way of life inseparable from the island itself. On Socotra, not all meals are equal. Certain foods are considered sacred, consumed only during festivals, while others are taboo, avoided out of respect or superstition. Sea urchins, some types of fish, or even local herbs are eaten only at specific times, marking seasonal cycles or religious rituals. During celebrations, tables groan under dishes of roasted goat, grilled fish, and sweet honeyed dates, all arranged with care and reverence. Families gather to share, telling stories of the origin of each dish, linking taste to history. The air is rich with smoke, spices, and the laughter of children darting between low tables. Visitors often pause, hesitant to touch anything without guidance, and in doing so, they learn patience and respect. Meals here are a dialogue between land, sea, and people, a way of honoring both creation and tradition. Every bite carries a story, every aroma evokes memory, and the act of eating becomes a sacred ceremony, connecting the present to generations who have lived in harmony with Socotra's rhythms. When the sun dips low and the tide laps at sandy shores, villagers gather for music and dance. Drums, flutes, and clapping hands set a rhythm that mirrors the waves' gentle rise and fall. Children laugh, spinning in circles, their shadows stretching across the sand, while elders sway slowly, recalling dances passed down through centuries. The air is fragrant with roasted fish, incense, and salt from the sea. Steps and patterns vary from village to village, yet the energy is shared, a celebration of life, harvest, and togetherness. Travelers may be invited to join, learning the subtle footwork and claps that connect movement to story. In Socotra, dance is not entertainment but an expression of identity, a heartbeat of community. Through movement, people connect with nature, honor ancestors, and celebrate the sacred bond between land, sea, and sky. The rhythm lingers long after the music stops, echoing in memory like the waves themselves. Marriage ceremonies on Socotra are a feast for the senses. Brides wear vibrant veils, embroidered with bright threads and fragrant with local herbs. The groom, adorned in traditional tunics, waits with family, while drums and chants rise across dunes. Guests gather on soft sand, sitting cross-legged as elders recite blessings, intertwining religion, culture, and ancestral guidance. The smell of roasted goat and spiced tea fills the air, mingling with the faint ocean breeze. Children run between tents, scattering petals and laughter. Songs recount heroic tales of love, courage, and loyalty. Every movement, color, and scent carries meaning, reinforcing bonds not just between two people, but between families and clans. Visitors witness rituals that blend joy, respect, and reverence for tradition, feeling the heartbeat of a community that celebrates life's transitions in harmony with nature and culture. Each wedding is a living story, embroidered with love, heritage, and the unbroken rhythm of the island itself. Socotra's social order is guided by unwritten laws rooted in respect for the land, the sea, and one another. Villagers observe careful rules, shared grazing land for camels, water sources rationed thoughtfully, and disputes mediated by elders. Breaking a rule, even unintentionally, invites gentle reprimand or community discussion, emphasizing harmony over punishment. Children learn these customs early, watching and mimicking adults' gestures of courtesy. Respect is also shown toward nature. No tree is felled carelessly, no coral harvested recklessly. Visitors quickly notice a rhythm to life, everyone is aware of their role, and balance is maintained through subtle social contracts. The air feels heavy with history, the weight of generations teaching restraint, mindfulness, and community cohesion. Living under these laws fosters patience, empathy, and a profound sense of belonging. Here, respect is not demanded, it is woven into the very fabric of daily life, guiding actions and ensuring the island remains as pristine, harmonious, and enduring as it has for centuries. Some families still wander Socotra's dunes, moving seasonally to find grazing land and fresh water. Tents rise and fall like mirages on sandy plains, and camels carry supplies with steady patience. The wind sculpts dunes into shifting sculptures, and travelers following nomads feel a rhythm dictated by sun, sand, and sky. Daily life involves herding, collecting firewood, and preparing simple meals over open flames. Children learn survival, animal care, and storytelling while observing elders. The nomad's lifestyle blends tradition with subtle adaptation to modern tools, creating a bridge between ancient practices and the present. Nights are illuminated by stars and small fires, the air scented with herbs and smoke. Visitors gain insight into a world where freedom is measured in horizons, and connection to land is total. Each day is a lesson in resilience, patience, and harmony with nature's whims, showing that life can thrive even in isolation if observed with care, respect, and adaptability. The island's iconic dragon trees do more than awe visitors. Their crimson sap is a cornerstone of traditional medicine. Herbalists grind it into powders, mix it with honey, or steep it into teas, using it to heal wounds, soothe stomachs, and ward off disease. The scent is sharp and sweet, a reminder of the island's deep connection between nature and human health. Treatments are often accompanied by storytelling, songs, or blessings, linking healing to culture, ritual, and observation. Locals believe the sap carries protective powers, not only for the body but for the spirit. Visitors witnessing these practices are struck by the elegance of simplicity. A few drops of resin, carefully applied, can embody centuries of knowledge. Dragon's blood teaches patience, attentiveness, and reverence. Each application is deliberate, each preparation a ceremony, demonstrating that even the smallest element of nature can hold immense significance. The practice is a living link between the past and present, bridging human needs with the island's extraordinary flora. Young couples often court along Socotra's shores, guided by subtle traditions. During fishing seasons, they share tasks, collecting shellfish, mending nets, or guiding boats through calm bays. Each gesture, smile, or shared moment carries meaning, and families observe from a respectful distance. On festival nights, lanterns illuminate their paths along sandy stretches, while music and laughter fill the air. Romance is intertwined with community, it is never rushed, always intentional, and always witnessed by the rhythms of the sea. The scent of salt, the gentle rocking of boats, and the glow of distant fires create a magical backdrop for burgeoning relationships. Visitors may notice the patience, restraint, and reverence embedded in these rituals, a reminder that love is nurtured slowly, with care and observation. Socotra's courtship practices illustrate how intimacy, respect, and shared experience can flourish in harmony with tradition and nature. Stories on Socotra are as vital as water. Around evening fires, elders recount epics of ancestors, mythical creatures, and heroic feats. Children listen wide-eyed, absorbing lessons on courage, morality, and the bond between humans and nature. Each tale is sung or spoken with rhythm, gestures, and pauses that capture attention and imagination. The air is scented with smoke, spices, and sea breeze, enveloping listeners in a sensory embrace. Storytelling is both entertainment and education, a way to preserve language, identity, and history in an island untouched by modern distractions. Visitors who participate often feel transported through time, experiencing the fusion of past and present. The narratives connect people to their land, their ancestors, and each other, highlighting a culture where memory, creativity, and community are inseparable. Socotra's oral tradition reminds us that stories are living, breathing entities, capable of shaping thought, emotion, and identity across generations. Socotra's landscapes defy expectation. Mountains twist and rise like frozen waves, while valleys cradle forests of dragon trees and fragrant shrubs. Caves punctuate cliffs, and beaches of golden sand meet turquoise water in stark contrast. The shapes of rocks, shadows, and trees appear almost extraterrestrial, as if an artist imagined a world untouched by human hands. Wind sculpts dunes into ephemeral sculptures, and clouds cast shifting patterns across barren plains. Visitors often pause, mouths open, taking in a panorama that feels both real and surreal. Every step offers new textures: rough stone underfoot, smooth sand beneath bare feet, and the scent of salt carried from the distant sea. The island challenges perception, inspiring awe, reflection, and wonder. Here, humans are merely guests in a landscape older than memory, a living testament to Earth's capacity for mystery, resilience, and artistry. Evenings on Socotra are ritualized with the setting sun. Villagers gather on cliffs, beaches, or open squares, marking the day's end with prayers, songs, or simple moments of reflection. The sky ignites in gold, pink, and violet, casting long shadows over the sand and stone. Children run, dogs bark, and camels settle for the night as elders lead chants or quiet reflection. The air smells of incense, sea salt, and roasted evening meals. Sunset ceremonies bind communities together, connecting land, sea, and human experience. Travelers often feel a profound calm, as if the island itself exhales, inviting everyone to pause and witness the ephemeral beauty of time passing. These rituals celebrate life, continuity, and the sacred connection between people and nature, leaving an impression that lingers long after the sun disappears beyond the horizon. Life on Socotra moves at a measured, deliberate pace, and the cost of living reflects both simplicity and isolation. Renting a small home ranges from $100 to $300 per month, while guest houses for travelers are affordable, between $15 and $50 a night. Local staples like bread, goat milk, and fresh fish are inexpensive, but imported goods carry a premium, reminding visitors of the island's remote position. Utilities are limited, and electricity often relies on solar panels, while internet coverage is patchy, encouraging a return to conversation and observation. Motorbikes and small boats serve as primary transportation, navigating sandy trails and rugged paths. Healthcare is basic, sufficient for minor ailments, but serious cases require travel to mainland Yemen or abroad. Expat life demands patience, curiosity, and respect for local customs, rewarding those willing to slow down, embrace the rhythm, and connect with the community. Would you move here? Type 1 if yes, 0 if no. Socotra's cuisine is an experience of both flavor and tradition. Skewered goat seasoned with island spices is slow-roasted over open fires, shared in communal feasts. Samak mashwi, freshly grilled fish, carries the salt of the Arabian Sea and the scent of tamarind and herbs. Sweet dates drizzled with honey appear during festivals, symbolizing hospitality and abundance. Dragon's blood tea, an herbal infusion from the island's iconic trees, offers both taste and a whisper of healing, connecting each sip to centuries of knowledge. Food on Socotra is a bridge between land, sea, and people, an invitation to participate in culture, ritual, and daily life. From alien landscapes to ancient rituals, Socotra is a living time capsule of beauty, tradition, and isolation. Life here moves with its own rhythm, guided by nature, family, and stories older than memory. The wind, sand, and sea all tell tales waiting to be discovered. We hope this journey gave you a fresh perspective on Socotra. Like, comment, and subscribe for more explorations, and join us next time as we uncover another corner of our extraordinary world.